So, Veronica, you're part of the Brotherhood, right? Do you know anything at all about these weird power armors I got? I got one from the Remnant, and I have a T-51B model here. Yeah, do you think the Brotherhood can train me to use them? Didn't I blow up the Brotherhood? I wonder how that would have turned out.
Now then, it is my great honor to bestow upon you the title of Paladin of the Brotherhood for meritorious service above and beyond the call of duty. I'm afraid a formal ceremony was out of the question, given our current state, but I hope this will make up for it. I had the Knights refurbish a suit of our power armor for your use. It's one of the earlier models, but it should serve you well. Now I suppose I'm going to have to show you how to use it, aren't I?
Please do. I don't just put it on?
First, let's go over how to put it on. There. I think you've got the knack of it now. You should now be able to wear any kind of power armor you come across. I've also given the order that all of our equipment be made available to you, not just the more mundane arms. You're a member of the Brotherhood now, and your gear should reflect that. Lastly, you will be allowed to come and go as you please. You've done so much for us that to do otherwise would be a crime. I just ask that you keep the Brotherhood's interests at heart in all your dealings. Remember that you will always have a home here.
Yeah. I'll always have a home here. Something tells me that would not have gone well for them in any scenario. You know, Arcade man, didn't I get this Remnant's power armor from your Enclave buddies? Oh, they did teach me how to use it? Did they?
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
Oh right, this is Daisy's armor. Huh. Well, I do know how to use it. Why don't we just pop this bad boy on here? I just kind of like step into it like this, and wow, this doesn't look bad. It goes great with my claw here. So there are multiple kinds of power armor. I know I have T-51B here, and I have Remnant's power armor. You want to go look for other power armors, Veronica? Just me and you? Let's do it. Yes, hello and welcome to another episode of the Shaman's Horde on Nyxus Gaming. If you haven't caught on yet, this episode is gonna be about power armor. Now, one of my favorite things about Fallout 4 is that you can build the little power armor stand things in your settlements, and you can display them all over the place, have your own little collection. And that's really cool and all. Sadly, those are not here in New Vegas. But it got me thinking, what are all the different power armors you can actually get here in this game? So I figured I'd do a little horde video on it. I already went over, those are the only two ways you can get training, either from the Enclave like I showed, or from the Brotherhood of Steel like I showed. So you're either going to be dealing with Veronica's faction or Arcade's faction. Now the most basic power armor you can get in the game is actually going to be the T-45D power armor here. Now this is the first power armor set, lore-wise, to make it into service in the United States. This was used in the Battle of Anchorage, Alaska against the Chinese, and it was quickly overshadowed by the T-51 power armor set. But this one is not a bad suit to start off with. You can go ahead and show its stats here in apparel. It's going to have 14 DT for the helmet, 3 for the armor. I got those switched. It's 14 for the armor, 3 for the helmet. Altogether, it weighs about 50 pounds. Get some nice rad resistance from it, 13 total, 2 strength from the armor, but you do lose 2 agility. But it is definitely a very good set if you're just starting to delve into power armor. And of course, you can find this, it's the most basic set, you can find it just about anywhere. A lot of in-game shops sell it, including the Quartermaster at the Hoover Dam. You can find some in Caesar's Tent, in the Hidden Valley Bunker, of course, home of the Brotherhood. I found this set here in the Brotherhood of Steel safe house that I went over how to get in a very early Shaman Hordes video. Check the playlist if you want to see it. There are a couple of variants to this T45 power armor you can get, starting with the NCR Salvaged power armor. This is going to look exactly the same as your T45 power armor, and the main difference with this is going to be used by NCR heavy troopers. And because the NCR doesn't exactly know how to use power armor, it's kind of unfunctional. Like, they stripped everything that makes it power armor. You don't even actually need training to use it. Now, if we compare the stats here, this is DT 13, this is DT 14, this is DT 3, and this one is DT 3, so you lose a single damage threshold point with it. You can also see there you lose a good chunk of the stats there too. It looks like you actually gain 2 rad resistant points for it. You lose the 1 strength. I'm looking at the wrong thing, that is my bad. You actually lose all the radiation resistance. You lose the +2 strength, and you still suffer the -2 agility from it. The only real perk here is that you don't need the training to use it. The other variant of this armor you can get is going to be worn by a unique marked man enemy that you can only encounter after playing through the Lonesome Road DLC, and you have to end it off by nuking the NCR, because then you get access to this location here from the Mojave Outpost. This is the Long 15, and at the end you will find Colonel Royez, owner of the Scorched Sierra power armor. Now this one does not have a helmet to it, but the stats on it are pretty nice. This one gives you HP +2, fire resistance, and strength 1, with a lot more damage threshold to it. Look at that, 24 damage threshold. So this one is pretty good when it comes to power armor. And it looks really nice too. Kind of reminds me of Darth Vader or the Sith in the Star Wars, just with the red and black look. And the torn cape on it, and the bear. The bear actually goes really nice with the Death Claw that I have too. Very nice addition to the armory. Next up is the T51B power armor, which is the one I had going into this video already. It is a slight upgrade to the T45 power armor, again used pre-war in the war with China and the Red Communists. This one, although rarer than the T45, it can still be found in many places all over the game, bought at the Hidden Valley store, and in a few harder to get to places in the game, usually surrounded by death claws or other deadly things. Now, there are no variants to this set of power armor except for one, and it's a variant I didn't go over with on the T45. The T45 has it as well. All it is, exact same armor, exact same stats, but it is a Brotherhood variation. I think it has the Brotherhood symbol somewhere on it, and it matches as faction armor, meaning when you wear it, you will be considered part of the Brotherhood of Steel. But that is about it for the T51 power armor in this game. Now we get to one of my personal favorites, the Enclave Remnant power armor. And I love this one because it is actually modeled after the advanced power armor from Fallout 2. I'll send a pic up to the screen right about now to show you guys. But yes, this was power armor that wasn't built pre-war. This was actually built after the Great War by the Enclave in use for them only. So this one's stats should be just a little better than, say, the T51. With the T51, we're looking at 31 DT. With this one, we're looking at a good 36. Gives you 20 rad resistance versus 33. It falls short in that a little bit. The T51 gives you 1 charisma and 1 strength, while the Remnants actually lowers your charisma, but still gives you that strength. Makes sense. You know, you see this thing, you know Enclave, no one's gonna want to talk to you, right? Now, this one is a bit harder to get a hold of. The easiest way is by getting it from Daisy Whitman in the Enclave Arcade Ganon quest, like I showed earlier. Otherwise, there's only one other set you can find in the game. You can find the body piece in the Deathclaw Promontory, which is an unmarked location that I don't have to explain. It is surrounded by Deathclaws. I want to say it's somewhere in this area of the map. I know it's on the other side of the river, but I don't think I've actually been there. So I am sorry for that. I might include a clip here of me just going through there right now. But the other piece is going to be the helmet, and you can actually find that in Silver Peak Mine, which is up by Jacobstown. But if I remember right, there was a legendary something or another there that you'll have to fight your way through. So be prepared for that. If you can't get both of those pieces, the only way you're going to get this armor is by playing with Arcade Ganon and getting his companion quest. And if you thought that was going to be the rarest power armor in the game, then you are wrong. This next set and final set I'm going to show you today, there's only one way to get it in the entire game. This is the Ganon family Tesla armor. It is modeled after the Enclave Remnant power armor / advanced power armor, except it takes reference to an armor in Fallout 3 called the Tesla power armor. Basically, this armor right here, it sacrifices a lot of DT. You see here it only has 32. You don't get quite the same amount of rad resist or other stats from it, but it also functions as medium armor, in case you don't want to walk around with heavy armor all the time. And it gives you a bonus to your energy weapons here. Now, the way you get this power armor is from the same Arcade Ganon Enclave quest, except when you're making a choice with Arcade on whether he should fight with his Enclave buddies or stay with the followers in Freeside, you need to tell him to stay with the followers, because then he has no reason to fight and no reason to keep the armor, and he gives it to you. Gonna play that on the screen right now for you.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find me.
And that's gonna about do it for all the power armors in New Vegas. This was a little bit of a shorter video to record and upload, but I think I enjoyed it. It's fun seeing all the different equipment you can get in the game, especially something as unique as power armor. I almost compare this to the boomerang video I did for Ty. Just another type of equipment. Although I don't think these deserve a tier list. They're very obviously in different tiers. I think my favorite that I'm going to be wearing from now on has got to be that Scorched Sierra power armor. It just looks so slick and nice. And I'm still wearing the Tesla helmet, so that kind of ruins it. Switch back to our lucky shades. And our first recon beret. See how that looks. Oh, I am liking the look of that. That's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Go get yourselves a nice suit of power armor anywhere in the wasteland today. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.